Canelo Alvarez vs. JERMELL CHARLO, the battle of the undisputed. Fight fans worldwide were taken by surprise when this match was announced. It emerged seemingly out of nowhere, instantly grabbing our attention, and now it's almost here and we can't wait. I'm talking about none other than the historic showdown of the first ever battle of undisputed champions in boxing history, where he, undisputed super middleweight champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez, will be facing off against the fearless, undisputed light middleweight JERMELL CHARLO. This is surely going to be one for the history books. Canelo, undoubtedly the king of boxing, needs no introduction. Alvarez has become one of the most prominent faces in the sport and a potential all-time great, booming with skills and experience. His greatness is recognized by everyone, and he is widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters globally. Having fought in 63 bouts, Alvarez has won 59 of those fights and knocked out his opponent 39 times. Canelo is not just an offensive powerhouse, but he's also a defensive mastermind. The way he moves his head and body, combined with his natural defensive instincts, allows him to avoid punches with ease and counter with devastating power. When you see Canelo in action, it's like watching a ninja in the ring. He slips and ducks punches effortlessly, and his counters are like lightning bolts hitting their mark. His combinations are lethal, and his defensive skills have never been in question. It's easy to see why anyone stepping into the ring with the Mexican would be closely analyzed and even tagged as the underdog. But don't underestimate the man on the other side of the ring, JERMELL CHARLO, a true hidden gem in the boxing world. When he steps into the ring with those lion-themed walk-ins, it's like he's staking his claim as the king of the light middleweights. With one of the sport's best power jabs as his chief weapon, Charlo is a fighter that thrives on being the underdog and has proven himself repeatedly. And let's talk about packing a punch. 19 out of Charlo's 35 victories ended with his opponents taking unexpected naps, making him one of the heaviest hitters in the division. Charlo's left hook is a thing of legends. It's like a missile that zips from body to head quicker than you can blink. He showed just how lethal this left hook is in his rematch against the undefeated Castaño. He dropped Castaño with that left hook and followed it up with a combo that felt like the grand finale of a firework display. He stealthily maneuvers into range to unleash those power shots, and let me tell you, he's got a reputation for making heads spin. But here's the kicker. He's not a reckless brawler, especially at the start of a fight. He's all about calculated precision. However, when he dials up the speed, his opponents better hope they're alert, or they're going down hard. Defense might not be his main gig, but that doesn't mean he's got holes in his game. Sure, he might catch a hit or two when closing in, but his high guard and slick slips save him from danger. He's no stranger to traded punches, but he's no daredevil. He's got a plan. With this victory against Castaño, Charlo earned the title of undisputed super welterweight champion of the world. And now he's out for more. And in his path is the mighty Canelo. However, what's intriguing is Charlo's jump in weight classes to compete in this fight. Some critics question Canelo's choice, suggesting he should have faced someone in his own weight class at 168, like David Benavidez or David Morrell Jr. But what many overlook is JERMELL's substantial size advantage. A mere glance at both men facing off will tell you that Charlo is the bigger man. JERMELL CHARLO stands at 180 centimeters, 7 centimeters taller than Canelo's 173 centimeters. He also enjoys a 6 centimeter reach advantage over Canelo's 179 centimeters. This size and reach advantage proved crucial in his fight against Charles Hatley. Check out what happened. Some even argue that Charlo has been a weight bully throughout his career, reaping the benefits of competing in a division lighter than his natural size. This allowed him to win world titles that might have eluded him in heavier divisions like 168 or 175. However, facing super middleweights or light heavyweights like Bivol, Morrell, or Benavidez might have been a different story. Charlo's size advantage presents a real threat to Canelo. However, Canelo's ability to overcome size disadvantages shouldn't be overlooked. In his fight against Rocky Fielding, who had a longer reach, Canelo proved to Fielding his reach advantage was of no problem to him. The question is, will moving up in weight affect JERMELL's performance in this match? Charlo has not competed in the ring for more than a year since his last fight against Castaño. Questions have also been raised about whether the American is in his best form. Stepping into the ring against any fighter who has more experience is a challenge, but doing so against a more active Alvarez is like walking into the lion's den. But while he might not be as active as Alvarez, Jermell Charlo is not one to be underestimated. His path to glory has been paved with hard-earned wins and unwavering dedication. And here's the reason why he's undefeated. While he may not fight as frequently as Canelo, he has surely delivered when it truly matters. For Canelo, at 32 years of age, he has nearly 2 decades of professional boxing under his belt, which means he's getting closer to the twilight of his career. And it's obvious why his stamina levels might be dropping. We got a glimpse of a different Canelo against John Ryder. The crowd's reaction after the fight was somewhat muted compared to the thunderous cheers at the beginning. Throughout most of the fight, Canelo was dominant and never really in danger of losing. However, as the fight neared its end, it was evident he was genuinely getting tired. This led to Ryder being able to push a bit harder because Canelo's shots had less power and his defense was getting weaker. Stamina has been a bit of an issue for Canelo recently, but he has also shown he can manage it well. He really dug deep and showed some serious grit in those bouts against Gennady Golovkin. I mean, he didn't back down even when he was running low on gas, especially in that second fight. Some folks might argue about who won, but he fought through to the finish. But the concern now arises from the fact that Canelo seemed to run out of steam 3 rounds before the end of fights that he dictated on his own terms. What if he steps into the ring with someone like Charlo who can't score a knockout? Will his stamina hold up against an opponent who gives him a tougher time throughout the entire fight? Dubbed Iron Man, it's not just because he's tough as nails. Charlo's like a battery that gets more charged as the fight goes on, especially in those later rounds. Again, Canelo may be up there as one of the top pound-for-pound boxers, but he's definitely not invincible. We've seen that side of him when he went up against the likes of Bivol. Bivol straight up exposed Canelo as he just couldn't figure out how to break through Bivol's technical strength. Bivol's jab was on point throughout the fight, and every time Alvarez landed a single punch, Bivol responded with clean combinations of his own. He allowed Canelo to get up close, but he never gave him a clean shot to land upon. Bivol outlanded Canelo in every single round of the fight. No surprises, the judges gave it 115 to 113 in Bivol's favor, giving Canelo his second pro loss. Regardless, Canelo is still one of the world's most dangerous fighters on any day, with several years of experience against elite fighters in the ring. And now the pressure on him is huge as he defends the titles and strives to remain an elite champion. The winner of this bout will hold a whopping 8 world titles all at once. Now that's something you don't see every day. We're pumped for this epic showdown. It's gonna be high stakes, crazy competitive, and a historic battle. Will Canelo's experience prove too much for Jermell, or is Iron Man going to pull off the upset of the century and shake up Canelo's career? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for the best videos on boxing like this one. See you in the next video.